Before we get started, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. Musicians practice for years to be able to make what they're performing look easy. So they're working very hard, but they're trying also hard to make it look effortless so that you can enjoy the music. And for this reason, we ask you please turn cell phones off. Please do not get up and move during a performance. The performers do see it, and it is very distracting, and please, no talking, just give the attention. If there is some type of an emergency, if you could wait until the applause to move or something, that would be good. Another announcement, I don't know where Dr. Miller's assistant is, who was stamping the program, so if she's not there, if you need programs stamped for attendance or extra credit for any class, please see me afterwards, and I'll just sign the program for you. We have one addition to the program. There was a name that was left off, so we're going to start with this. It's not on the program, but we have a singer who's going to perform Orlando Gibbons' The Silver Swan. And Orlando Gibbons was a British composer of the Renaissance, and this is one of my very favorite pieces of poetry set to music. And even though it's in English, I would like to repeat a little of it, even though you'll understand it. There was a legend of why geese honk and why swans are graceful and do not honk. And the legend was that the geese go around very loud and annoying, honking all the time, but the swan saves it for something special. And then the legend is when the swan dies, they sing for the first time. And if you could ever hear the swan sing before it dies, it is the most beautiful sound that you would ever hear. And Gibbons takes this poem and he makes an analogy. The geese are like fools and the swans are like the wise who save it. So the silver swan, who living had no note, when death approached, unlocked her silent throat. Leaning her breast upon the reedy shore, she sang her first and last and sang no more. Farewell, all joys. O death, come close my eyes. More geese than swans now live, more fools than wise. And we have Nicole Harris, who's going to be performing the Silver Swan with I Wait Up accompanying on the piano.
Silver swan
Next we have a classical guitarist who's going to play a waltz. This waltz is by a composer who is not a famous composer, but he's very popular with guitarists. He tended to write music that was rather light, dance music. We're going to hear a waltz, a dance piece. And his music was very popular, but he didn't have the depth of a Beethoven or a Mozart. But that's all right. A lot of classical guitarists enjoy playing his music, and I think you'll agree that it's enjoyable music. So here we have Eric Kalau, who's going to play the Waltz by Bartolome Catalunya. Next we get some real contrast. We have two duets for snare drum. They're by Morris Goldenberg. Here's another composer that most people have not heard of. Because Goldenberg was primarily a percussionist who also wrote music for percussion. He was quite a Renaissance person. He played percussion with symphony orchestras. He played percussion on records, recordings. He did movies and television. He wrote books on how to play percussion. In fact, most colleges and universities tend to use his percussion teaching series to teach the student. So now we have two music majors who are majoring in percussion, Brian Back and Michael Starkey. We're going to play two pieces, one duet in 2/4 time, and a duet for snare drums in 9/8 time. Woo!